Racing 4 Accords Rules and Information Package Fall, Winter 2017. Racing 4 Accords Rules and Information Package Fall, Winter 2017. Read and understand these rules carefully. There have been some major changes for the coming season, with the focus being on fun and learning. As a friendly reminder, the penalty system this season will be much stiffer, and please make sure to see Tier 4. While our goal is to not have to use Tier 4, we have it in place and we will use if needed. Not knowing the rules for the coming season and failing in following them will most likely end up in Tier 4. League structure. Sanctioning body: Chris Legway, Andy Lambert. Series directors: K&N, Troy Radford. Late models: Andy Lambert. Trucks: Rick Greenaway. Street stocks: Chris Legway. Indy Series: Rick Greenaway. All series will have a series director. Directors are the person of contact for the series. All issues, questions, and suggestions are to be brought to your series director. Series directors are in charge of running their series 100%. They are the ones that will host the sessions for their series, set the schedule, and set race times. Racing incidents, or rules being broken, will be monitored by the series directors and passed on to the sanctioning body for review. Each director will have full admin abilities on the TeamSpeak, Twitter, Danlisa, Facebook and any other social media going forward. Directors will have a set of rules for their series that will be posted below. The sanctioning body will have until the next Saturday to review races, talk to drivers involved in conflicts, and hand down any penalties. All penalties will be posted on the RFC Facebook page for all to see. Series we will run: Sunday night, IndyCar Series. Monday night, K&N. Tuesday night, Trucks. Wednesday night, Late Model. Thursday night, Street Stock. Communication. The league uses TeamSpeak for all communication during a race. You can download TeamSpeak for free at https://www.teamspeak.com/downloads.html. Our league's server address is vs23.servic.com, port 7054. When you set up TeamSpeak, please use your real name and car number. Example: Chris Legway, number 71. All drivers are required to be in TS during a race. Failure to do so will result in being removed from the race. While in a race session, please keep the chatter down to a minimum. If you are talking excessively, you will be asked to tone it down by the series director. If you continue over-talking, you could be removed from the race session. Excessive chatting or breaking this rule will get you removed from the current race or the next. If you keep breaking this rule, you will be terminated from the league. We will have a race room set up in the TeamSpeak for members to join. No new rooms are to be created in TeamSpeak, as the purpose is for the admins to be able to talk to the drivers during the race. Chat should be kept clean. Remember, a lot of our members have young kids that may be able to hear the chatter. If you wouldn't say it around your mom or grandma, it may be best to not key your mic. Push to talk must be used. If you need help setting it up, please ask. There will be no arguing over TeamSpeak or on the race server during a race. If an issue occurs during a race, call off and ask to talk to the series director after the race has ended. Admins have until the next Saturday night to review the race after hearing your side. Directors may also set up another time to talk to the drivers involved. This is to stop all heat of the moment complaining. Remember, admins have the final say. If you continue arguing over TeamSpeak, you will be removed from TeamSpeak and the race server. You will receive a Tier 3 penalty and at the sanctioning body's discretion a Tier 4. We simply need to learn to either get over it or deal with it within the rules. The choice is up to the driver to suffer these penalties. Social media. Official league website: https://www.racing4accords. Drivers and fans Facebook: www.facebook.com/group/racing4accords. This is a spot for drivers and fans to chat, set up fun races, personal practices and to chat with our fans. Please feel free to invite any family and friends to like this page. Twitter: https:// Twitter will have links to races, broadcast, etc. YouTube: https://www.youtube.com/channel/UCNCLOESC7- Racing 4 Accords TV now has a home. Our series will be broadcasted in-house, and this is where members can see them. We know not everyone can race in all series all the time, and that is okay. This will be a great way to keep up with each other and will keep our name out there. You will also be able to see our new podcast. Members are encouraged to listen to these podcasts, as a lot of info will be provided. The podcast is hosted by the sanctioning body, Chris Legway, with a special guest from time to time. We will go over the races of the week, league news, iRacing news, rules, and anything else we can think of. Danlisa: http:// This is where you will find the race results, season standings, and can use this as another form of seeing where your series is heading for the next week. Series directors will have the race results posted within 24 hours of the end of the race. It will be up to the series directors to post info for your upcoming races, events, penalties, etc. on the platform they wish to do so. Please remember this will help us get our name out there and will help inform our drivers and fans about the league and upcoming races, events. Code of conduct. Respect. All members of Racing for a Cause will respect each other on or off the track. Remember, respect is tough to earn, but easy to lose. Clean and calm. Please read the rules of your series and understand them. If you have questions, please ask your series director. Remember, we are all here for the same reasons. We all want to race, have fun, and relax from all our real-life issues. Take each race to get to know each other and help each other become a better racer. We all make mistakes. You cannot win a race in the first corner on the first lap, but you can lose a race there. Give room, race clean, and have fun. We all cleared time from our day to race, and it's no fun sitting in the pits. Conflict resolution. If you have an issue in your series, please use the chain of command. In a respectful manner, step 1 is to speak directly to the member you having the issue with. If that does not solve the issue, step 2 will be to speak to your series directors. If the issue continues, the series directors will bring in the sanctioning body. If a member wants to talk to another member but would like someone in the room, please ask your directors to set a time. All talk will happen in TeamSpeak. No private messages. If you send an admin a private message with all the proof or continue to try and have the meeting outside of TeamSpeak, you will receive a Tier 2 penalty and at the sanctioning body's decision a Tier 4. Driver number registry. You may find the list of numbers for the league in the link below. Please contact an admin for any number request, new member, number changes, forfeiting of numbers, etc. Numbers are first come first served. Taken numbers are the priority for the driver that currently has a claim on that number. Numbers will be maintained at the end of each season to keep the list up to date. All new drivers, those that have not raced during the season with us, will be issued a 3-digit car number. These drivers will be asked to run 3 races in the driver development series to be evaluated by admins. After the evaluation is completed, so long as you are in good standing, you will be able to join the rest of the drivers of RFC in the other series. If you want to continue to race in the development series, that is fine. Racing for a Cause number registry. League-wide race rules. General rules. iRacing penalties are in effect. Race control will not clear common black flags or other common penalties. Drivers are required to clear them as you would in an official iRacing session. In the event that iRacing has a glitch or bug and you receive a black flag without driver error, the incident will be reviewed by a race admin and their decision is final on clearing a flag or not. Teams have been dissolved. Arguing with other members over TS on our Facebook page, though FB Instant Messenger proof needed, will result in a Tier 3 penalty and possibly a Tier 4. Any retaliation on track for an accident will result in a Tier 4 penalty. Any obscene or offensive paint towards another driver will result in a Tier 4 penalty. Pitting. When entering the pits, please try. When exiting the pits, please stay on the apron until you are on the back straightaway. No going through more than 3 pit stalls when going into your pit box. When pitting under green, please call out your car number and that you are going to the pits as you enter turn 3. Drivers who have an engine blow up on any track less than 1 mile long must pull down and take a tow to the pits. If your motor is blown, the race is pretty much done, so please have the respect for the rest and not drive around the track smoking up the field. Drivers wishing to be in the development series must meet certain criteria. A driver cannot run weekly if they are a past champion. A driver may not run in the development series if they scored a top 3 in any series point standings from a prior season. If you are a past champion or have scored in the top 3 in point standing, we do invite you to no more than 3 races each for the purpose of helping our less experienced drivers learn and grow. Starts and restarts. The first lap of every race will be started on the green flag, as will every restart going forward. iRacing controls the start of the race. Front row drivers are to keep as close together as possible. If a driver other than the leader jumps the start, then the driver must give the lead back within a reasonable amount of time. If this does not happen, then there will be a review post-race with a possible Tier 1 penalty. Leader must start on the inside. The leader must restart the race. No pulling down out of the racing line will be allowed by the leader. If you do not wish to be the leader, you can go down pit road before the start. All drivers must qualify for the race. If would like to start in the rear, please qualify and ask for an EOL. All drivers must maintain a normal pace, speed and space between the car in front of them. No laying back on restarts or you will be black flagged. Drivers must start and restart where iRacing control positions them. Failure to follow the above rules may result in being asked to sit out the current or next race, or termination of your membership with Racing for a Cause. Pacing. Drivers must maintain a consistent. Failure to maintain proper pacing speed that results in moderate to severe contact will result in a black flag stop and go penalty. Incidents will be up to the judgment of race admins. iRacing glitches will be taken into consideration before penalties are given. Self-spins, non-contact cautions. Racing for a cause has a 2-2 self-spin rule. Any driver that brings out 2 or more cautions via a self-spin and non-contact will be asked to pull into the pits and park their car for the remainder of the race. If this becomes an issue over multiple races, the driver may be asked to park their car for the remainder of the season. If you self-spin to bring out a caution to affect the outcome of the race, it will be an automatic Tier 2 penalty. This infraction could also lead to other infractions that can be found under actions detrimental to the league. Leader lap-down caution rule. If a lap-down car intentionally or unintentionally wrecks the leader at any time in the first half of a race, that car will be parked for the remainder of the race. If it occurs in the second half of a race, the driver will be parked for the next race. Please, if you are a lap down, race the leader with respect. You may race to stay on the lead lap, but if you cause a contact caution with the leader, you will be parked. Actions detrimental to the league. The following are examples and may not be limited to the following. Driving in such a way that will be detrimental to a race. Showing disrespect to other leagues, drivers, admins. Negative posts on our FB page or other social media. These things will be met swiftly by a Tier 4 penalty. Penalties. Each series will use the following penalties for serious offences, i.e. intentional wrecking, retaliation, aggressive driving, not acting to our standard. Tier 1 penalty, loss of 25 championship points, possible probation. Tier 2 penalty, loss of 50 championship points, possible probation. Tier 3 penalty, loss of 75 championship points, possible probation. Tier 4 penalty, you may be removed from the league. If you receive probation, you must for one race run a special probation paint scheme. The link will be available when issued. Failure to run the paint for the race will issue a DNF for the race. Incident points. If you average 15 or more incident points per race, you will be asked to stop running the series. If you run another series with under 15 incident points on average for 4 races, you will be allowed back into the original series. Series-specific race rules. Fun races. If you are going to use the Racing for a Cause name, please make sure you have admins for the race. If any of the following people are going to be in the race, they have to have admin status. Chris Legway, Andy Lambert, Rick Greenaway 2, or Troy Radford. This will ensure the races are clean, organized and are held to the RFC standard. Remember, when you include our name, you are promoting RFC. If not using the Racing for a Cause name or RFC, you still have full use of TeamSpeak. League-wide rules in effect, please become familiar with those rules. Sunday Night Indy Series. Director. Rick Greenaway. iRacing rules in effect. Road courses will feature a standing start and oval races will feature a rolling start. Only drop weeks will be road course races. Points will be the current Indy Racing League points system. Monday Night 1997 K&N Throwback Cup Series. Director. Troy Radford. The K&N Series will run on Monday nights with practice starting at 8:35 p.m. Est. 9:05 p.m. Est race. Size of field. 32. League-wide rules in effect, please become familiar with those rules. No fast repairs. One fast repair will be allowed during plate races and Watkins Glen only. Fuel is set at 50% to start the race. If more drivers show up, the field will be set by qualifying time. There will be no EOLs given at the driver's request. No drop weeks. The points we will be using at the old NASCAR points system, 185 points for first, 170 points for second, and so on. Bonus points. 5 points for leading 1 or more laps, 5 points for leading the most laps. Wednesday Night Late Model Series. Director. Andy Lambert. The Late Model Series will run on Wednesday nights, 9:05 p.m. Est race. Size of field. 24 fastest set on time. No provisionals. League-wide rules in effect, please become familiar with those rules. No fast repairs. Fuel is set at 100% to start the race. There will be 1 pit stop for tires. You have a choice 2 or 4 tires. If you choose 2 tires, you may not pit for the other 2 tires. Cars may only go up in the air once per race. If you get tires more than 1 time in a race, you will be DQ'd and lose all points for that race. Drivers can choose whether or not to stop at any point during the race. The points we will use are the current NASCAR points system, 43 points for first, 42 points for second, and so on. Bonus points. 1 point for leading 1 or more laps, 1 point for leading the most laps, 3 points for winning. No drop week. Thursday Night Driver Development Racing Series, Street Stock, Legend, SK. Director. Chris Legway. The Street Stock Series will run on Thursday nights with practice starting at 9 p.m. Est. 9:30 p.m. Est race. Size of field. 20 up to 3 extra spots for past. League-wide rules in effect, please become familiar with those rules. If more drivers show up, the field will be set by qualifying times with 3 extra spots for those indicated above. 1 fast repair will be given for at least the first half of the season to help make sure drivers get as much seat time as possible, but may be shut off at any given time. You must learn to take care of your car. The number of pit stops. Members can pit as many times as they wish. There are no points in this series. This is a place to practice and learn racecraft. If you are disruptive or disrespectful to any of the drivers trying to learn, you will be removed from the race and, depending on the situation, the league. Tuesday Night Truck Series. Director: Greenaway. The truck series will run Tuesday nights with practice starting at 8:30 p.m. Est. Size of field: 30. League-wide rules in effect. If more drivers show up, field will be set by qualifying times. Points. We will be using chase format. There will be no fast repairs with the exception of Watkins Glen and Eldora, where you will receive 2, and at Daytona and Talladega you will receive 1. Unlimited pit stops. No drop weeks. Fuel is set at 50% to start the race. Bonus points. 1 point for leading a lap. 1 point for leading the most laps. 1 point for starting on the pole. 5 points to the race winner. 5 points for having 0 incident points and finishing the race. Chase playoff. Chase seeding will be set by the number of race wins. The driver with the most wins will be the number 1 seed, and so on. If we have a tie, the driver with the most points will have the highest seed. The remainder of the chase seeds will be set by highest points. If there is a point tie, the best AVG. The finish will be the next tiebreaker. Top 6 in points will advance to the chase. Seed bonus points are as follows: 1. 60 points. 2. 50 points. 3. 40 points. 4. 30 points. 5. 20 points. 6. 10 points. The 6 chase drivers will have their own point structure. They will be given a point bonus to separate themselves from the rest of the field. The chase will consist of the final 4 races on the schedule. The first 3 races of the chase will be run to secure a spot in the final championship race. If a chase driver wins one of the first 3 chase races, they will receive a points bonus that locks them into the final race. After the first 3 chase races, the chase drivers that have either won a chase race or have the highest points total will move on to the final championship race. Only the top 4 drivers will move on to the final race. These 4 drivers will receive a points bonus that separates them from the rest of the drivers in the points standings. Points will be evenly reset for the final 4 drivers, and the highest finishing driver from the final 4 after the last race will be crowned the champion. Paint schemes. Causes. Here at Racing for a Cause we believe in getting causes on the track. While you are not required to have a cause on your paint, it would be nice to see them, hint hint. We have a few talented people in the league that can make one up for you, just ask. Please note, some painters can do basic paint, and some can do crazy designs. Please try to pick a cause that means something to you. RFC has no say if a painter can or cannot charge for their work. Please make sure to get all details from the painter before you order a paint. Closing thoughts. The sanctioning body and series directors are here for all of you. We do a lot of work behind the scenes to bring you all some good racing. We are only human, with real lives and families. We want all our members to have fun and to help us become one of the best leagues on the service of iRacing. We are here for all of you, not just ourselves. The simple fact is we are here for these reasons, to bring causes to the forefront, and have fun racing with awesome people. As such, you may have noticed a few rule changes that are a lot tougher than in prior seasons. It has come to our attention that there are a couple of groups racing within RFC, and while we don't expect everyone here to hold hands after a race, we do expect that if someone makes a mistake, they say sorry. We expect that if something happens to you and someone says sorry, that you get over it. If you think you are the perfect driver, this is probably not the league for you. If you think that these new rule changes won't work for you, we invite you to leave the league now and save us the trouble. If you think that any of our rules are a joke, we invite you to leave the league now. If the amount of disrespect that was on display during the summer season continues, RFC will shut the doors. Simply speaking, we have lost one of the founding members of this league due to being constantly messaged with issues after a race. It was made unfun. It was made so unfun by our members that he stopped caring enough to leave. We have all made some real friends in this league, and we hope that this can continue, but we need to be able to have fun. Thank you. Chris Legway, Andy Lambert, Troy Radford, Rick Greenaway.